Quick thing before we start. If you're a food and drink brand and your product isn't performing the way it should, maybe the sales have slowed down or the review keep mentioning that the taste is not that great and you don't know where to start, I have creating something to help you. It's called the Flavour Blueprint. It's a free guide that based on the process I use with my clients to fix their underperforming products. Inside, you will find the 5 most common reasons products don't sell, plus a simple 3-step flavor strategy you can use straight away to get your product back on track. If you're tired of guessing and you want clarity before another batch, download your free Flavour Blueprint, and I put the link in the episode description. If you want to design food and drink product that tastes perfect for your consumers, hit those repeat purchases and see your sales go through the roof, there is no luck or miracle involved. You need a flavor strategy. I'm Manon Galizzi, a food scientist and flavor expert with over 10 years in the food industry. In each episode, I share with you what I've learned from helping brands create new products from scratch, choose the right flavor direction, or fix products that aren't just performing. Because flavor is not just nice to have, it's the number one reason people buy. Welcome to the 3rd episode of the 30-day podcast challenge. And today we are talking about when communicating with flavor houses. So when I say flavor house, is manufacturer that create flavors, extract essences, oleoresin, etc., etc. So some example would be Givaudan, IFF, Synergy Flavors, Simrise. So when I was working in one of these flavor houses, the worst that could happen to me every time, and it did happen a lot, trust me, was when one of my customers was asking to be sent few strawberry flavors. That's it. That was the brief, send 3 strawberry flavors. I knew their product, but I had no indication on the flavor profile they wanted. And I saw that again and again and again and again. I saw that when I was working at McVitie's. Sorry to say, but working at McVitie's, and you see these kind of behaviors from product developers asking for different strawberry flavors to their flavor houses. And I ask, which strawberry did you ask for? And the answer was always the same. Oh, I just asked for a few different samples, few different flavor profile. They are the expert, they will know. And I look at them and said, every single time, they are not the expert. We are. We are the expert of the product that we are developing. This is up to us to select and guide them into sending us flavor profile we have designed, not just letting them decide which flavor profile to go for. They have no idea. Most of the time they don't even have the ingredients. They won't have the same process. Even if you send to the flavor houses your process and your ingredient, it would never be the same as the manufacturing one coming out directly from the McVitie's factory. Never exactly being the same. And I saw hundreds of back and forth. Oh no, I don't really like this strawberry, can we have another one? Oh no, I still don't like this strawberry, can we have another one? Hundreds of back and forth. And I just wanted literally to bang my head on the wall. Like, this is ludicrous. And I saw that even talking with some friends in other food industry, and they all say the same. Yeah, this is what we do. And I always thought, this is just so wrong. So when I was at McVitie's, I put in place some flavor lexicon training with the sensory team and one of the flavor house, one of our partner. We put in place some training to be able to them to understand how to articulate the flavor profile accordingly, because this is not something that you are taught when you're a food scientist or when you become a product developer. No one teach you how to properly do a tasting, how to properly taste and describe flavor, and this is so important, and no one taught us that. It's only when you go into the flavor house like myself, when you have most of the time, not always, this kind of flavor lexicon training, and it's very important. But it was also to make them understand that we have to select the flavor profile, and this is why I'm giving you this tool today for you to be exactly the same. If you're a food and drink brand and either you are looking for which next flavor to have for your product, or if you see that there is some of your products on the market that are not performing, that you have bad reviews or they stop selling, and the main problem is the flavors and the taste, this is something that you have to consider and look internally how you select your flavors. If you're a food and drink brand that just go to any flavor houses and ask for, I quote, different strawberry flavors, then you are in the wrong. And this is probably why your product is not performing the way it should. This is such a common mistake that I see again and again and again. And it is very easily fixable. You just have to internally do some tasting. So when I do project with clients, I sit down with them and we have a sort of flavor workshop where I will buy the relevant market product, I will buy some of their competitors, we will try their product, and together we will understand where their products sit compared to other product market, but also what an actual strawberry tastes like. This is a flavor perception is very subjective and it will change from individual to individual. Some people will associate a strawberry flavor with something that is very ripe. And don't forget, it exists on this planet probably thousands of different species of strawberry. So for example, the one I have in mind, because I'm French, would be the most common one would be a gariguette type of strawberry. So they are obviously very sweet, they are floral, they're a little bit sulfurous because most of the time they are very, very ripe. But this is not the association that everyone have when they think about strawberry. It may be something that is a little bit more confectionery because they used to love strawberry laces as a child. Or they have this association of strawberry being very milky because they are used to have a lot of strawberry yogurt or strawberry flavored milk, for example. And when we sit down all together and we try these different products, so it's not just market product like your competitors, it's actual product. I always buy actual strawberries jam, confectionery strawberries, all of these different flavor profile from very natural to very confectionery and artificial. And then trying your product, you start to understand the best direction for your product. I'm always here to guide, especially if it's a plant-based protein. Flavors like vanilla and strawberry or blueberry will be a struggle. So it's very important internally to have this reflection, to have this thought process of this is what is actually on the market, competitors and actual products. So if you have banana, I want you to include real banana. And if you can really dig down, have different sort of bananas, very ripe, medium ripe, unripe. See the difference when you have different species of strawberries or any fruit or any veg, for example, and start to understand that even in nature, a strawberry will never be a strawberry according to where it's grown, according to the weather for that season, according to the species, everything like that. They will have a different flavor. It's exactly the same as wine. Same grape variety, according to the terroir, where it's grown, what has been done to it, the treatment that it has had, etc. The process. The wine will have a different taste. We know that. So flavors is exactly the same. So once you start to understand this, you can draw, what I always do is a flavor brief. Be as much details as possible. What sort of flavor profile do you want? Do you want a strawberry that is creamy? Do you want a strawberry that is jammy and a little bit floral? And then add on your benchmark product. You have to realize that in the flavor house, they're obviously the flavorist that can create bespoke flavors. But most of the time, people like me, when I was a senior application technologist, my goal was to go to the flavor library where I will smell dozens of different strawberry flavors and start thinking what may go well with the product. But it's never as simple as having a jammy strawberry, a floral strawberry, a creamy strawberry. Each of these flavors have dozens of different notes and characteristic. So even a jammy strawberry may still have some creaminess. They may have some confectionery notes. They may have some green notes. So green, again, I'm going to mention these references a lot. Green is like cut grass or very unripe tomato. Okay? You see, like it looks like a funnel. Once you know you have your strawberry flavor, then you deep dive into, okay, would I like a jammy, a confectionery, or a creamy? Okay, let's say these are your 3 flavor profile you have selected and you think they are good for your product. So you have jammy, creamy, confectionery. Okay, and you're not sure yet which one will fit best your product because obviously you have to try. Okay, fine. Then for each of them, you have your benchmark product. Then when you receive the different flavor profile from the flavor house, you can then again narrow down thinking, okay, this one has some floral notes, then the other one doesn't. Is it good? Is it bad? Does it fit my brand, what I want to achieve, and my target consumers? You always have to come back to this. It's never just about how your product tastes like. It's also, does it fit my target consumers based on their demographic, what they like, why they like your brand, etc., etc. So, by doing all of this exercise and give your flavor house as much detail as possible, you will maximize working with them. You will diminish the numbers of back and forth, the numbers of trials. It is such a much more focused approach because in some flavor houses, they also have a system where internally they evaluate the flavors. If I give keywords to a flavor house, like I want it jammy with some floral note, with a little bit creamy, something like that. They may not have a perfect match, but at least they can go to their system and think, yeah, we have this type of flavor strawberry, let me just request it for you. It will be so much easier for any application technologist or people who are responsible for selecting the flavors to know which direction to go for. Because again, they may have hundreds of jammy strawberries. They may have hundreds of creamy strawberries. And flavor houses don't have the resources or time to spend days on trying all of these flavors for you. So the more accurate you are, the quicker it will be for them to select the right flavor profile, and you will avoid so much back and forth, which are completely useless. They are a waste of time and money for everyone. Okay, this is the end of our episode. I hope this tip was helpful. Let me know in the comment or go directly to the Epixi Instagram and DM me if you want to learn more or if you have questions around the method that I use and how to avoid this kind of mistakes for your food and drink brands. And I will see you tomorrow for another episode. Bye!